All right. We are here. Oh, that's why I can hear. That's why I heard the music twice. I have audio on my stream on Twitch. Okay, I had my stream open on Twitch, and so I was like, why am I hearing the audio twice? It's because of Twitch. All right, anyway. Hello. I'm here. I don't think anyone else is, though. It's all right. We'll just wait. Oh, wait. Is there anything I want to do last minute? I did a lot of the shrines. I did a lot of the stuff. I'm going to 100% the save files. Not right now. Not on stream forever. Or else I'll never finish this game. I have a bunch of weapons. Mm-hmm. You only need this one to beat Ganon, too. Just gonna wait for anyone to come in if they want to. I figure that killing Ganon is gonna be really easy. I just want to explain to the people that actually care on my streams why I was gone for another week. Seems like I stream only once a week, but I want to stream more often than that. It's just things get in the way. My sleep schedule this time. But yesterday I was gonna live stream. I was literally about to hit the go live, hit the go live button, but I had this massive migraine that just put me out of commission. It was right after I took my medication, which is Adderall for my ADHD, and right as I take it, that's when the migraine, like a few hours after I take it, that's when my migraine hits. But like, there's nothing I can do but sit in my room in the darkness while I'm just like on stimulants, and I'm like, what the hell? But eventually I'm able to fall asleep, but my body is just like shaking with energy. It was not a great time, but I got some sleep yesterday. I'm not super energetic today. Like, I don't have the most amount of energy today, but I'm totally able to kill Ganon at the very least, because Ganon is like the easiest boss fight in this entire game. So, yeah. Just waiting for someone else to show up. Did I make sure the thumbnail was right on YouTube? One sec. Just gonna make sure that my thumbnail's right. My thumbnail is not right. Awesome. That's alright. I'll just fix it right now. Oh, okay. Everything else is proper. It's just my thumbnail that's off. There we go. Unfortunately, I think that means that I'm not going to be able to see the VOD, which is a little unfortunate. But hey, sacrifices must be made. Alright. Really hope I won't have to fight Ganon alone. Wanted to talk to some people. Wanted to chat. But it seems like it's going to be nothing today. That's really unfortunate. I wonder if I killed that Lionel. I'll kill that Lionel just to get myself into the groove of killing things. Then I can finally see how much my my armor deflects against. Oh, you know what I should do is I should look for a gold moblin, because that's the last creature that I have not taken a picture of that I need to before Album, hire compendium. Yeah, gold moblin, and that's the only thing I need to take a picture of. I'll go find one. No, I killed this Lionel this cycle. Okay, unfortunate. Well, that happens. Oh, I know the Lionel I did. I know there's a Lionel that I didn't kill is up here. Oh, I didn't kill this one either. I'll go to this one. Just waiting on some people. Gotta stall. That was a bad wind bomb. At least it was a wind bomb. Oh, gotta make sure this is live chat because I don't know why it separates between top chat and live chat in YouTube. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nice. That's right. They'll hopefully be back by the time I have to fight Ganon. If it isn't, then well, damn. There he is. There's Big Boy. I'm not going to use that. Obviously not. Really? Hey, at least I survived 2 hits from that. That was rude, using arrows from that distance. Oh, also, I realized when I was looking back at my old VODs that I'm actually peeking out the mic and that I do not need to be that close to the mic at all times. Or at least I need to be that close, but I need to turn my gain down. Because I am constantly peeking the mic. So I'm going to be a little bit further than normal today. Hopefully that'll help fix my issue of peeking at the mic too much. Don't know, if someone shows up and they say that I'm quiet, then we'll figure out, we'll see if that's the case. Fine, it's actually better because now Baruch's protection will probably be there by the time I have to fight Ganon, which is like having 3 is much better than having 2 or 1. It would have been better if I just didn't ever like get like have Dirk's protection proc in the first place. That would have been best. Like if I just didn't get hit during this combat. But I did, so, you know, might as well make the most of a bad situation, you know. Oh my god, that's an up. How's it up? Oh, it's attack power up, damn. Shield is up. That's nice. Oh, I'm gonna drop the 55 shield. Nice, 62 shield. Hey, Ember, am I quiet? I'm a little bit further from the mic this time. Am I quiet? Not for me? Okay. Cool. I noticed I was peaking my mic. Like I was looking back on the VODs of like the old streams and I noticed I was peaking my mic the entire time because I was too close to it. So I'm going to be a little bit further. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better. So last time, okay. I wanted to talk to you because you're like my only viewer about why I wasn't streaming yesterday. I scheduled my stream for yesterday and I didn't do it. It's because I had a massive migraine yesterday. Right at 4 p.m., like 2 hours before I'm about to stream, I'm just like, a massive migraine hits me. And I'm like, awesome, great, wonderful, my life is hell. And so I cancel stream. But in between this stream and the last stream, what I did was I upgraded I got the Fierce Duty armor and I upgraded it up to 4 stars. And I got the Barbarian armor and I upgraded it up to 4 stars. Why did I do that? That's a great question. I said a very long time ago at the very beginning of this playthrough that I would not use the amiibo armor unless I had an equivalent armor, and I would not upgrade the amiibo armor unless I could upgrade the original armor. And I wouldn't upgrade the amiibo armor before I upgraded the original armor. So what I did was I off stream, in between this stream and the last, I just upgraded both of these up to max. That's all I did. And I got a few more shrines, but that's it. And now I'm going to kill Ganon. I'd like a little more people here to kill Ganon. It's a finale. It's literally the finale. But I'll take what I can get, you know? So if you would please stay and watch me kill Giant Pig Beast, that would be great. Because I don't want to do this alone and I want to have someone to talk to, you know? I know I have a shrine in the castle, but I just want to open up the front doors because of drama, you know? The dramatic moment where you open up the doors and you go through you're my podcast tonight. That is an honor. Being someone's podcast is an honor. Especially since you get to be a direct participant in this podcast. You get to actually ask me questions. But I want to just do... Because I literally have no content for after I kill Ganon. I'm gonna stall it as much as possible, you know, because, you know, I don't want to have a 1 hour stream, like, or a 20-minute stream, because killing Ganon does not take that long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the entire castle, try and find as many, like, ancient arrows as I can, and hopefully not get spotted by a fucking guardian. Fuck no. I'm gonna eventually 100% the save file, but not yet. Okay. Let's see if I can get the timing down. Oh shit. Nope, no, apparently not. Apparently I can, that's just no. Didn't lock in. Sorry. That's my... I picked that up I was probably a frame or two late. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the castle, find a few things. Fight a few things. Oh, hopefully find a golden moblin in there. I believe there's a golden moblin in there, but, you know. Hopefully I'll find one. I'm almost positive this area was meant to be a puzzle of some kind, but I'm almost positive no one has ever done the puzzle because it said you just, you know, go around these malice pockets. Oh, I hate it when they panic attack, when they panic. Maybe I should go get a... No, that'll take too much time. I was gonna go get an ancient bow, but... not worth it. Anyway. I really wanted to stream yesterday. That's the thing, is I really wanted to stream. I was getting ready. I had my whole day planned out. And it was such a bad time. Because, like, I'm doing everything I can to stop that migraine. Like, I'm taking ibuprofen. And then an hour later, I'm like, okay, ibuprofen's not working. And then I took Excedrin migraine. And an hour later, that's not working. And so, literally, while I'm on caffeine... because Excedrin has caffeine in it. While I'm on caffeine and I've got the worst migraine of my life, I literally fall, like, I'm forced to fall asleep because there's literally nothing else I can do. Like, I can't focus, I can't look straight, I can't think straight. I'm in so much pain, and the only thing I can do is sleep. But yeah, yesterday was a bad time for me, but now today I'm up, I'm fine. Like, all the bad juice is gone. Hell yeah! Now I'm ready to face the world. Unfortunately, the world is a single pig, and the pig isn't really hard. I'm sorry. I hope things continue to stay good. Yeah, I do too. I got word back from the VTuber who's or the artist that's making my model, my actual like VTuber model. They finished the coloring, which is nice. Or they finished a first draft of the coloring. I sent back some reviews, but like progress is being made on that, which is awesome. But yeah, I hope that I can continue streaming like more. What day of the week is it? God, that's how you know I'm fucking broken. I don't know what day of the week it is. I'm hoping I can stream tomorrow or Saturday. That would be nice if I could stream tomorrow or Saturday. Whoa, I love seeing a white Lionel appear out of nowhere. Now, the Master Sword is lasting me a while. I really want the Master Sword to break right now because I want to use the Mighty Lionel Sword or the Savage Lionel Swords for Ganon. And a great excuse to not use like the best like sword in the game is to use just have it break on you. So I'm gonna break it and hopefully. Oh wait, no, it fixes itself, doesn't it? Wow, it doesn't do a lot of damage. But yeah. Just kill the white Lionel. Not that difficult. I mean, nothing really is it once you get to like my level of skill, you know? Once you've beaten Elden Ring hitless, I mean, the normal game is just, you know, pshua, right? Those are my least favorite in Master Mode. In normal mode, those ones are fine. Like, those Guardians are completely fine. But in Master Mode, these like, oh, these, anything but the normal walking ones are the worst in Master Mode. They're just so not fun to fight. The Skywatch was the least bearable in all of them, but that's just because, you know, even if you like land the perfect hit, you never land the perfect hit because they wobbled a little bit. Phew. Nice, at least I got over the edge before it killed me. Or before it blasted me. Oh my god. You know what? See what I mean? I'm getting rid of Durig's protection because I am gonna stall a little bit more. And I'm gonna I know where a gold moblin is. So I'm gonna go get that gold moblin, a picture of the gold moblin, and then I'll complete my Hyrule Compendium today. Because Gold Moblin is the last monster before Ganon. I need to get both of the Ganons, Dark Beast Ganon and normal fuck off Ganon. But I know where a gold Lionel is in this building, and I've got to go all the way to the back. In order to get it, because it's very close to the jail, which is close to the. Actually, it's close to where I am right now. There are like 30 Koroks in Hyrule Castle that I have not gotten. See, we're in the jail right now. I'm so lucky. I did not plan this. I just happened to find the dungeon. No, I'm just gonna ignore that because this is the gold moblin I was thinking of. Yippee! Now it's time for me to leave and go actually fight Ganon. I've stalled for enough. Let's go kill Ganondorf. Not Ganondorf, Ganonschmorf. Ganondorf is in the next game. It's just normal Ganon. Ganondorf Dragmire, his actual last name, at least in Link to the Past. His name is Ganondorf fucking Dragmire.
Protection is now ready to roll.
Oh, I was literally. That just led me to a kind of cool piece of Zelda lore. In 1999, they did not have a Zelda timeline. They didn't have an official Zelda timeline, that is. All we knew about the Zelda timeline was what was in the player novel, like what was in the player handbooks, and what was already told to us. We knew that Zelda 1, like the one on the NES, was the last in the series, and we knew that A Link to the Past was second by the time that Ocarina of Time came out. A Link to the Past, they talk about something called the Imprisoning War. That sounds familiar if you played Tears of the Kingdom. The Imprisoning War was an event that took place where the 7 wise men, or the 7 sages, sage and wise men are, they literally mean the same thing. But the 7 wise men sealed away Ganon in the Sacred Realm. That's literally as it's described in A Link to the Past and the A Link to the Past player handbook, like the player guide. I love obscure Zelda lore. Yes. So we never saw the Imprisoning War, at least not like in a game, until Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time was meant to be a retelling. Why did I do that? I could have just taken the hit. I wouldn't die to something like that, but I wasted a fucking Daruk's on that. Anyway,
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Ocarina of Time was meant to be the story of the Imprisoning War. So, in Ocarina of Time, what you do is you collect the 6 sages, 6 at the time, and then Zelda, who is the 7th sage, right? And they seal Ganon away in the Sacred Realm. That's literally what happens in the game. That's as it's described in A Link to the Past as well. Like, so we see the Imprisoning War actually happen in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time before they retconned all that. Literally before they retconned all of that. So what I find interesting is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom appears to be a retelling of Ocarina of Time. And if The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a retelling of Ocarina of Time, then it is a retelling of the Fallen Timeline. The Fallen Timeline, after the hero falls in Ocarina of Time, that is what leads to the Imprisoning War, which leads to A Link to the Past. Right? So, Tears of the Kingdom is meant to be the Fallen Timeline, and then Breath of the Wild, which takes place after, but not really after, you understand, right? Is actually the games that follow the Fallen Timeline, which Breath of the Wild is meant to be a retelling of the first Legend of Zelda game. The first Legend of Zelda game is in the Fallen Timeline. So, okay, in the normal timeline, Ocarina of Time happens, Link dies, then the Imprisoning War happens, then A Link to the Past happens. Then, a few games later, you get Legend of Zelda for the NES, right? That's how it happens. That's how it works in the timeline. In the later timeline, in Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, what happens is, in the past, in Tears of the Kingdom, they failed to stop Ganon before he gets the power. They then they die in the Imprisoning War, sealing him away underneath Hyrule Castle. That's the Imprisoning War. And then the Calamity happens, which leads to Breath of the Wild, which is a retelling of Zelda 1. So it's almost like Zelda, like the Zelda timeline keeps on repeating itself over and over again. Which is actually like a common feature of the Zelda timeline. It's like that's a trope that happens in Zelda where like the timeline, like time constant, like history constantly repeats itself. So yeah, I just thought that was cool. I just thought that was interesting. That's not even a Zelda theory. That's just Zelda fact. That's just me describing how things are. That's what I mean by that's not a theory and that's just fact is that is literally coming from the horse's mouth. That's what Nintendo says about each of these games, and I'm just putting the connections together. Anyway.
Link. I'm sorry, but my power isn't strong enough. I can't hold him.
You've held him in for like half a year. Do you know how many times I used a campfire to skip till morning? God. I had to farm the dragons. Do you know how long that takes? It took me like a year to get here. Anyway, I am glad I get to do the final boss fight in the best fucking outfit in the game. Fierce Deity all the way. I love the Fierce Deity. I mean, you saw what I did in Majora's Mask. You know I love the Fierce Deity. I should have gotten the Fierce Deity sword. I should have beaten Ganon with the Fierce Deity sword. Yeah, let's begin this boss fight right now. Let's begin the boss fight. All right, we're gonna go to gameplay right now. Right, gameplay starts right now. Gameplay. Oh shit! Another cutscene.
Finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon, for the sting of my revenge.
Thank you, Ravioli. god versus a big giant enemy spider.
We will not fail.
Let's go, little guy. Now, open up wide, Ganon.
100 years in the making. Hold on, princess. Our moment has arrived.
Yippee! Now a really easy boss fight now. Like really easy boss fight now because, you know, he's got only half health and he's got like the health of a guardian at this point. It's like not even anything. And I'm going to pull out the Master Sword and it's going to glow and it's going to be shiny. It's going to make a bwah noise after he screams. Pull out the Master Sword. Do the thing. Yeah. Bwah. Nice. Love that shit. Alright, now put this fucking dog shit away. Now the real Blade of Evil's Bane. Oh, yeah, you're fast as shit. I forgot about that. What? I sidestepped you. Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to shield bash that. Oof. Oh, I should just... Oh my god. What sucks is you only play him once per playthrough, right? So you only can remember all of his wind-up animations once. Like, you don't get a playthrough to memorize his... Thank you. Thank you. You are the GOAT. Thank you. Oh, shit. I forgot. Remind me when Dark Beast Ganon comes up too, because I'm gonna forget about I'm gonna forget for Dark Beast Ganon as well. Oh yeah, shit, we're halfway through. Is that far? Okay, yippee! I only have one Urbosa's Fury. Awesome. Oh, that's much faster. Okay. Thanks for pairing, but not pairing. Ouchie. Nice. Oh shit, my Savage Lionel sword broke. Oh, good thing I brought a spare. Oh, I literally can't have him walk away. Get down. What? This is a fucking ancient arrow. Oh, backflip. What? I sidestepped on time. That was just bad timing. I'll admit that. See? I sidestepped on time.
The roof protection is now ready to roll.
Okay, now we go. What the fuck? I did it too late. That's my bad.
Urbosa's Fury is ready.
Oh, thank you, Urbosa. Thank you. What? Fall from the sky. Oh, what the hell? Wacky ass hitbox. Go fuck yourself. I backflipped for some reason. I don't know why I made that decision.
what? I hit him at the same time he did his attack. That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. That's awesome. No, planned, completely planned. That was obviously planned. Obviously and blatantly planned. Alright. So now we're gonna do Dark Beast Cannon. Which is gonna be sick. Yep, time for big picture. Time to use... Oh, another thing. Another part that I think is super cool with the Tears of the Kingdom, Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda 1, is in Legend of Zelda 1, there was no Master Sword, so the way that you killed Ganon was by using the silver arrows. Because there was no Master Sword, it was the silver arrows were the only thing that could hurt Ganon, which parallels this game where you don't use the Master Sword to kill Ganon. You use the arrows of light. Isn't that cool? And in Ocarina of Time, the last blow must be dealt to the head of Ganon with the Master Sword, like in Tears of the Kingdom, where you have to deal the final blow to the head of Ganon with the Master Sword. So you even paralleled the fucking weapons in the game, in the final boss.
Ganon was born out of a dark past. He is a pure embodiment of the ancient evil that is reborn time and time again. He has given up on reincarnation and assumed his pure, enraged form.
That's
If
actually a
set free
mistranslation.
upon our world, the destruction will be unlike anything
He's not
before.
actually given up his reincarnation, but the original translation is like in his most dire of reincarnate, like his most vile of reincarnations.
I entrust you with the bow of light, a powerful weapon in the face of evil. Link, you may not yet be at a point where you have fully recovered your power.
Really?
All of your memories.
Oh, power, that's true.
But courage need not be remembered. For it is
I do
never
not have all of
forgotten.
my power yet, but I do have all my memories. I did all of that on a stream. I made sure to collect every single one of them. Bow of Light. Awesome. Imagine if the Bow of Light had multi-shot on it.
That energy covering Ganon's body is called malice.
Oh shit, picture. Thank you.
Attacks will get through as
No.
you
Great fucking picture. Really shows the embodiment of Ganon. I'll take another picture right on the final blow.
attack any glowing points that you see.
Sorry, let me just trot around with my horse.
May you be victorious.
Now this is actually a bad thing. I'm not supposed to, like, the fast horse in this fight is not great.
I can't hold it much longer.
You know the final hit? It's super. Also, I realized the way, like, okay, when I first played this game, I had no idea what any of these numbers meant. What any of, like, these numbers meant and what they did. This is obviously 100 damage, right? So they had to perfectly portion out Ganon's health so that you could deal 100 hit points of damage, like, every time. I appreciate the dedication. Also, there's ways to get the Bow of Light out of this boss fight, which I think is cool, but I'm not going to do that because, while the Bow of Light is cool and overpowered, it's just not worth it because I like to keep my save file intact.
Now's your chance.
sky's not red yet. But there's the beam of light. Never mind. Beam of air, I suppose. Sorry, horsey. I'm getting off here now. Oh, it's the stummy. Now it's the final hit.
So close.
That's a much better picture.
Link! Look up there.
Where?
It's the very core of Ganon's being. Do finish him, Link.
Yippee. I did it. I did the Hyrule Compendium. I didn't save, though. I wonder if it'll... No, it should save, right? It'll save, right? Right? Hey, I forgot. I don't have to worry about this being only a 40-minute stream. I forgot the credits take an hour, so we can talk about Zelda lore for that hour. I really appreciate this game for what it all it did for, not particular to the Zelda canon, but to Zelda like as a whole, bringing it more to the forefront. Speaking of which, I've beaten Echoes of Wisdom. It is a phenomenal game. I really like Echoes of... Oh, sorry for opening my mic. I really like Echoes of Wisdom, and I really would like to play that on stream. Now that I know like everything that's in store. I 100% of the game, by the way. Of course I do. I did. But now I understand all the lore implications of it and stuff. Its placement in the timeline is okay. I mean, I can't think of a better place to put it, in my opinion. Like, there's no better place to put Echoes of Wisdom in the timeline. But Echoes of Wisdom, I really like the lore implications are very nice. It seems like they cared more about the story of Echoes of Wisdom than they did, like they genuinely do, like Tears of the Kingdom. Like Tears of the Kingdom has less story focus than Echoes of Wisdom does. Which I think story is very important for Zelda games. To understand the cyclical nature of these games.
I've been keeping watch over you all this time. I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed that you would find a way to defeat Ganon. I never lost faith in you over these many years. Thank you, Link.
I still think that...
The hero of Hyrule.
Actually, he's the hero of the wild. Get it
May
right.
I ask, do you really remember me?
Yes, of course I do, Zelda. You're like the only one with green eyes. Unless I'm wrong. Am I mistaken? I thought most of them had blue eyes. Tetra had black eyes. But Echoes of Wisdom is going to be probably the next Zelda game that we play on stream. I really do enjoy that game. The worst part of Echoes of Wisdom is the combat. Generally not a strong point. You have to watch two dumb AIs fight against each other. They're stupid equally because they use the same AI, and it's just the silliest shit ever. And then you get the opportunity to go in and actually do some damage and fight with your own sword for like 10 seconds, and then it's all over. It's silly as shit, the combat, but I think the puzzles are a really strong point in Echoes of Wisdom. Like, they really did a really good puzzle design. It's not the best in the series, but it's very it's definitely got it's much better than Breath of the Wild when it comes to puzzle design. There's 120 puzzles in this game, and it's like none of them are nowhere near as like well designed. Not well designed, but like there's just generally a lot better puzzles in Echoes of Wisdom. Echoes of Wisdom, and I will posit this, was there's only 3 possibilities for Echoes of Wisdom. 1, they made Echoes of Wisdom as they were making Oracle of Seasons and Ages. 2, they were making Oracle of Seasons and Ages and then decided to scrap that in order to make Echoes of Wisdom. Or 3, they were making Oracle's Wisdom and Ages, and they're like, shit, we need to make a new Zelda game. And they're like, why don't we just implement all of these stuff that into this game that we're remaking over into this new game? And they're like, genius, let's do that. Like, those are the only 3 options, because there's too much Oracles of Seasons and Ages in Echoes of Wisdom. There are boss fights that are only found in Oracle of Seasons and Ages in that game. Like bosses that are obscure and nonsensical to put in another Zelda game. They're in Echoes of Wisdom when they should only be from they should only be from Oracle of Seasons and Ages. It's weird. So I'm almost positive we're either getting it next or it got canceled entirely to make Echoes of Wisdom. There's a boss fight that like it was a gimmick boss fight in Echoes of in Oracles of Ages, right? And it appears twice in Echoes of Wisdom. It's the same boss fight, like literally, like verbatim, like literally ripped from like Oracles of Ages and just slapped into Echoes of Wisdom. It's weird. And I really hope that we get Oracle of Seasons and Ages on the Switch. That would be so cool. Because Grezzo was the main developers on Echoes of Wisdom, and Grezzo is the team that makes all of the Zelda remakes. Like literally, they made Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D. They made Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD. I think they made Skyward Sword HD, or maybe that was made in-house with Nintendo. But Grezzo is the team responsible for remaking all the Zelda games, and they remade Link's Awakening. Go figure, it's the same engine as Echoes of Wisdom. But, you know, the original Link's Awakening was the same engine as the original Oracle of Seasons and Ages, so maybe we'll see an Oracle of Seasons and Ages in that engine. God, I'm fucking... Like, there's no way that they're not developing, or they weren't developing it, at least. I'm gonna go fucking insane, you know? Like, my mind is gonna turn to mush, and I'm just gonna be screaming at the, like... just screaming at the ceiling and the sky above and the heavens, just pleading and praying that the gods of Nintendo can hear me when they say that we want an Oracle of Seasons and Ages remake. They're so good games, like they're so good, and I want to play them on stream. I really do, but I'm afraid that the moment I play them on stream, there's gonna be a remake announced, and I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Give me obscure Zelda game. My soul is. That's legit. What I'm gonna what I'm screaming to the sky like every night, because the moment I play those games on stream, it's just gonna come out like it's gonna be announced or some shit, and I'll be like, God damn it! And I'm gonna have to replay it because they're gonna add new content, and I'll be like, God, this game is beautiful. These games are beautiful, head to toe, front to back. They deserve all of my love and all of my affection. Majora's Mask is still better, but like that's just mostly for the story reasons. But like Oracle of Seasons and Ages have the best puzzle design that I believe in any Zelda game ever. Any Zelda game ever. They have the best puzzle design and the best dungeon design, really. Like the way that they do it, and I was like, I recently, like literally this morning, I was deconstructing it because I want to build dungeons like that in my system, my TTRPG system, and I'm like, how do they do it? What is it that they do? And the answer is I can literally give you a crash course in like dungeon design now. You get put into a place with puzzles. Puzzles specifically with the item that you last acquired from the previous dungeon. Literally the previous dungeon, whatever item you got from that dungeon, you're going to have a few puzzles at the very beginning with that. But eventually you're going to get to a point where you can't progress any further or in one direction. You're going to be given like a split path and you're going to see 3 options. You can only go in one of those 3 options, right? And you're going to go forward and you're going to find the dungeon map, right? And you're going to see that there's a lot of places that you just couldn't go for some reason, right? And like there's a bunch of stuff and like there's like things that you've never seen before and like elements that you've never like put your eyes upon. And then you go further into the dungeon and eventually you get the item of the dungeon, whatever the item of the dungeon is, which is the whole gimmick of the dungeon. And then all those places, all of like those rooms with all those puzzles that you couldn't do before, like first you get like small puzzles that teach you how to use this device, right? It's mostly just linear, teaches you how to use whatever the item is, right? And then you'll be given like bigger ones, like that connect multiple rooms together. And then you'll be stuck again. You'll be like, where was I? And then you'll go back to those split paths and you go, oh, those things that I didn't recognize before are this. This is the item that I have to use in order to progress past this area so that I can go past the split path. And then you get the compass later in that one of those split paths. And then that compass teaches you where to go and how to get to the boss key, which allows you to get to the boss. Like literally, that is it. I'm pretty sure that's the bot. But yeah, I noticed it and I'm like, because I know the best dungeon in Zelda history, I gotta say, it's not the best dungeon. It's just the most creative dungeon. It's not the best. It's not fun to go through on the first time playthrough. But one of the most creative dungeons is Jabu Jabu's Belly in Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. And it's so interesting because the entire dungeon is underwater and you're supposed to like sorry, I just want to watch this. For some reason, I didn't get that cutscene last time I played this game. I also believe I may have skipped past it. That's something I could have done. Anyway, and it's not creative because like the dungeon design is good, because it's just raising and lowering stuff. It's just the one item that I give you. It's called the switch hook.
We'll make our way to Zora's domain.
In
Divine Beast Varuta. Looks like it's stopped working. Let's investigate the situation.
the switch hook is like the hook shot where you grab onto an item.
His father.
But instead
I
of
believe he would like to hear more about her. The least we can do is visit him and offer him some closure. Although Ganon is gone for now,
sorry, distracted by
there is
cutscene.
still so much more for us to do, and so many painful memories that we must bear. I believe in my heart that if all of us work together, we can restore Hyrule to its former glory. Perhaps even beyond, but it all must start with us.
Yippee, Tears of the
Let's
Kingdom.
go.
Now, what was it? Okay, the switch hook is like the hook shot where you hook onto an item, right? But instead of being drawn towards it or having the thing drawn towards you, you literally swap positions. And the puzzle,
I can no longer hear the
is
voice
not-
inside the sword.
Good thing I can, because I did the extra of the
Makes
sword.
sense if my power had dwindled over the past 100 years.
It didn't. You just need the replacement of the Triforce in Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm surprised to admit it, but I can accept that.
Okay, so the switcher literally swaps positions, right? And the reason why that's so interesting as a game mechanic, from a game mechanic perspective, is that the puzzle is not pressing, like, most of the puzzles are just like press the button, right? Put the heavy object on the button, right? But it's not just that. It's now put the heavy object in the button, but do it in such a way that you are not trapped. Because if you use the switch hook wrong, you'll trap yourself in a corner and you won't be able to like progress. Like you won't be able to get past it. Like you'll be stuck in a corner and you'll have to reset the room. So that's why the switch hook is such a cool thing, and the puzzles are so creative in that dungeon. The puzzles in Jabba Jabba's Belly and The Legend of the Oracle of Ages are immaculate. Oracle of Seasons is not great on puzzles, but it's more of a, like, that's the whole point of it. The Oracle of Seasons was more based off of like combat heavy stuff, or more power based stuff. It was a much generally easier game to just like consume and digest. But Oracle of Ages was like trickier, like on the mind. I was gonna think about something I was really upset that they did in Tears of the Kingdom is that the cutscene reminded me. Something I was really upset that they did in Tears of the Kingdom is that they erased, like, they got rid of the Triforce. The Triforce, which is like the cornerstone of Zelda, right? The Triforce is like the main thing. It grants you power, it grants you courage, it grants you wisdom, it grants your wish if you can get all three pieces in one place, right? But instead they forgo all of that for the secret stones, and I didn't like that. And then in Echoes of Wisdom, I'm playing it and they're talking about the primal power, right? They're repeating this one, like this primal power, and like the three sources of primal power. And I'm like, oh, they got rid of the Triforce again, didn't they? Oh, god damn it, they're getting rid of the Triforce in Zelda, didn't they? And it come to find out that apparently primal power is probably just a mistranslation, because it's just the Triforce. Like literally, like it's like they describe it as the source of energy. Yeah, it's the Triforce. It's the force. It's the source. It's the Triforce. So like, I just didn't like the fact that I was about ready to riot, and I'm like, oh, what's the new primal energy thing gonna be? Oh no, it's gonna be another secret stone. And nope, it's just the Triforce. And I'm like, oh, thank God, it's the Triforce. Oh my God, it's the three pieces. It's the gold triangles of the Triforce. Oh my God, it's right there. And you're not given the Triforce of Courage, because obviously, why would you be given the Triforce of Courage? Oh, in the final boss fight in Echoes of Wisdom, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's so much better. Oh, like the combat in in Echoes of Wisdom is not good. The combat is mid to bad, because you're just like waiting on AI to fight for you. But the final battle just really, it's just like all of the problems with combat. And this is also a problem with it, kind of. It's like all the problems that you've been having this entire time go away in the final battle, and the AI just knows exactly what to do. Like, because the entire boss fight, like, I guess it's like the idea is, like, the entire boss fight, you aren't the one who's attacking it. Unlike other times where you're the one who's usually swinging the sword because you have the sword, and you're just placing like backup around you. But in the final boss fight, you don't swing the sword. You literally are playing backup. Like, that's your whole role in the final boss fight. Is like, your job isn't to fight him. Your job is to make it so that the things that are around you can fight it. Like, it's not you this time. It's not you. It's not your job to do this. Your job is to like set it up. Set it up so that the person can do a layup, right? I think I'm going to ban that user, by the way. Ban.
Anyway, uh, but yeah, I thought the final boss fight was really interesting, and I wish all of the other boss fights were just as good as that. Because I gotta say, my least favorite boss in that game is Volvagia. Um, but that's just because it's so not Echoes of Wisdom. It's like Volvagia feels like you should just be playing as Link the entire boss fight. Like it's not creative. It's not like use your echoes in a very interesting way. No, it's just swing your sword and do damage. Unlike what is it? I can't remember their name, but it's an ice and fire enemy where you have to be very careful using your echoes. Where like you have to make sure that when it's on ice, you use a fire echo, like a fire whiz robe or something. And then when it's on the fire thing, you use an ice whiz robe or something. Like you have to really pay attention to what echo you're using against it, because you will be doing no damage if you're using ice on the ice enemy, right? And I think that was more creative. And Goma was pretty creative. The way that they changed up Goma. I didn't understand it. Like I didn't understand why Goma was changed. Like what was changed about Goma until I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So there were three major areas. It was the ice area, the fire area, and like the forest area. It's Mount Lanayru, Elden Volcano, and the Farron Forest. And generally in the forest area, you get lightning enemies, right? That's the same in Tears of the Kingdom of Breath of the Wild too. So in the forest area you fight Goma, and I'm like, oh, it's a nod to the fact that this is right next to like where Link would have been born, and like it's the Farron Forest, and it's like, oh, this is the very beginning of the game, and how Goma was like in the Great Deku Tree. And I'm pretty sure it was a reference to all of those things. But another thing that was interesting is that there was no real boss fight in like Tears of the Kingdom or Echoes of Wisdom or fucking Skyward Sword or any of these games that featured electric enemies. There was no like boss that really capitalized on electricity as a weakness or electricity as a strength, really. Electricity was just another type of damage where it would slow you down or make you drop your weapons. But instead, in Echoes of Wisdom, there were these crystals hanging off of Goma that you needed to electrify. And once you've electrified them, Goma would be stunned for a while. Like you just shocked Goma. And then you could start attacking it. That's how you'd make him vulnerable. And the way that you do that is by making an electricity echo and then literally just like waving it around, like just waving it about the area where it would stun Goma. So you just summon the echo and just like, now, and you just grab the echo and you just like wave it around, just like, oh, shock Goma right now, do the thing. But yeah, I think that was very fun. It was super cool. The mini games I don't think are the best, especially the acorn picking up, like the acorn mini game. But we'll get to that when we play that game. I like the time trials; those were fun. I 100% of the game, so I did literally every single side quest like for the entire game. And so I know where all the mini games are, and they're not fun. They're just like not interesting. What was it? Oh yeah, in the last upgrade that you use with the might crystals, which upgrade your weapons and armor, like your weapons and your bombs and your bow, is just a crystal that will refill your might gauge whenever you want, which was cool. But like, I would have liked that before. Like I spent all of this money and time making smoothies so that I can refill my life and energy while I'm out there. Just a thing that happened. I've been streaming for only an hour and 10 minutes, which is unfortunate. Oh, I need to see if my picture's saved. I'm sure they did, but I'm just gonna make sure. This is gonna be my save file that I 100%. I swear to God, I do. This is album. Yep, there they are. They saved. I'm gonna see if I can. So after you kill Ganon, you get a percentage meter, which shows what percentage of the game you've completed. Nice, that was a good wood bomb. Gotta pause. I don't think there's any stopping this because the Hyrule Castle is really big. 38%. Hell yeah, 38% out of 100. Dark Beast Ganon and Calamity Ganon. Giant horse. Giant horse. Common locations unknown. You fucking kidding me? It's only found in one spot. Common location. We know that one. Greater Hyrule. Where's Lesser Hyrule in this game? That's a trick question. I know where Lesser Hyrule is. I just don't think this game has a definition of Lesser Hyrule. Lesser Hyrule should be right here. This should be Lesser Hyrule right here. In fact, if this was Lesser Hyrule, I could pinpoint every location in Echoes of Wisdom. Because Echoes of Wisdom takes place in Lesser Hyrule. This is Death Mountain. This would be Mount Lanayru somehow. This is Lake Hylia. And like this would be the Faron Forest ish. But yeah, this area is the closest match we have to Lesser Hyrule in the Breath of the Wild map. And that is mostly, actually no, it would be this area, isn't it? Because Lesser Hyrule is like really close to Greater Hyrule. We know that. In fact, someone did a deep dive into this. But actually, I could probably show you using a map. So Greater Hyrule is just a word for like this. Like this is Greater Hyrule. Lesser Hyrule is a really specific location. Echoes of Wisdom takes place in Lesser Hyrule. In fact, all of the Fallen timeline takes place in Lesser Hyrule. And the only portion of the Fallen timeline where they make the distinction between Lesser and Greater Hyrule is The Legend of Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. And the map for that game makes no fucking sense. In fact, I'd posit to suggest that it makes so little sense that I don't think anyone really thought about it. Sorry, 1 second. I'm real quick moving some things around so that I can see chat and I can look things up online. 1 sec. What? Give me 1 second. Google. Why isn't my screen showing you the thing?
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I was watching anime earlier. Zelda 2 map. Images. So this is the Zelda 2 map. This is Greater Hyrule, according to Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. Let's throw this into open image in new tab. Right here. Oh my god. Control plus plus plus. That's just bad. Okay. Okay. Let's find a better one. Oh, let's actually go to a website. Go to overworld map. Okay, here we go. So this is the map, right? This area, this tiny area out of this whole map, just right here, that's Lesser Hyrule. That is the entirety of Lesser Hyrule. In fact, let's take this one step further. Zelda 1 map. Let's go to overworld map. This map all of this, you see this lake right here? In fact, you see these two rocks right here. This is Spectacle Rock, by the way. That's important. That's an important landscape. That's an important landmark. Sorry. This right here, this lake right here in the middle, this is a graveyard in the west. Graveyard in the west, lake in the center, Spectacle Rock in the north, forest in the east. Also forest in the southwest, but that's the Lost Woods. That is this. That is the lake. This is the Lost Woods. That is the forest to the east. This is the graveyard to the west. Here's Spectacle Rock. They're literally the same map, but one is absolutely tiny compared to the other. And also, I don't think this map is to scale. I do not. I don't think this is to scale. I think a lot of this is supposed to display vertical movement, not just like northeast, southwest, but I also think up and down, because this is Death Mountain. And I don't think Death Mountain is meant to cover this much land mass, like this much land area. I think this is actually meant to represent vertical movement. So a lot of this, I think, should be squished down. Same as this area over here, because this is also a mountain. Like this should be squished down, and this should be vertical movement, not northeast, southwest movement. Yeah, so I don't think this map is to scale, but it's weird the placement of Lesser Hyrule in Greater Hyrule, especially since this Hyrule specifically, makes no sense when it comes to all the other Hyrules. Like all the other Hyrules generally have a shape, like you know where the desert is. It's to the west. Southwest, if you want to be more specific, that's where the desert is. That's where you always go if you want to find the desert. It's to the southwest. But in this game, it's a rock, some more rock. Where's the desert? Oh no. Here's a desert. It's more like a beach, but it's a desert, I guess. Well, if you want to know where Mount Death Mountain is, you usually say it's to the northeast, right? That's where Death Mountain is. Except now it's to the southwest, in the opposite corner of the map. Who knows? Maybe Zelda 2's map is just upside down. But this is like the only representation where they actually show Lesser Hyrule and Greater Hyrule in the same like space. Because this literally is a recreation, a tiny recreation of the Zelda 1 map. That's not a trick. They even say that in the manual. But it's the fact that this is known as Lesser Hyrule, and the fact that this is the same map as Tears of the Kingdom, sorry, not Tears of the Kingdom, as like Echoes of Wisdom and A Link to the Past is known, right? It's weird because if this is like A Link to the Past and Echoes of Wisdom and shit like that, and this is just there, then like what is Greater Hyrule? Because I don't think Hyruleans went south into this tiny corner of land. No, I think like knowing Hyruleans, they would probably expand eastward. The west is desert, the east is sea. I don't fully have my head wrapped around it either, but that's just my opinion. Am Do you even get what I'm saying? Like, is any of this is any of this procking? Like, are you like, are my words being processed, or am I falling on deaf ears right now? I think I did the ramble juice for too long. I did a whole lot of yapping in order to make this an hour and 22-minute straight live stream as I'm talking about Zelda lore. I don't even think Ember's here anymore. Oh, that's so sad. I rambled too much. I yapped too hard and she left. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'm kind of tired. My sleep schedule hasn't been completely fixed, but you know. I'm almost there, like completely there. Well, anyway. Thank you for joining me. If you have, I'm Cronus Potentis. I'm signing